So you haven't started your ATM business because you're like, yeah, you know what? ATMs don't cost that much, but the repairs are going to be ridiculous. The cost to repair these machines and upgrade them and everything else is going to be too crazy and, you know, too much money and cost prohibitive. And that's why I'm not starting an ATM business. That's what we're going to talk about on this video. Hey there, my name is Carey Buck. I've been an independent ATM business owner since 2009, and I've been an ATM business mentor since 2011. That's where I teach people just like you how to start and grow your own profitable ATM business that'll provide you with consistent monthly passive income and big chunks of cash in small time frames. Why do you want consistent passive income and big chunks of cash? Well, it's going to be different for everybody. But I'd say the majority of people that come to this channel, watch my videos, want to get out of their 9-to-5 jobs. They want to quit their jobs. They want their time back. They want their freedom, right? And then you got the people that want to supplement their retirement. You got some folks that, you know, they did not do very good with the retirement planning stuff, and this is the start of their retirement, right? And then you got people that are so used to putting out, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars or $50,000, you know, to make a decent return on their money, and they're tired of that. They want to put out less capital to make a decent return on their money. And then you got people that want to create generational wealth. They want to create a legacy for their family, for their kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, okay? Then you got people that, you know, want passive income and big chunks of cash for reasons I don't know, right? It's personal to them. You might check off multiple boxes, and that's cool. But listen, here's the thing. If you'd like me to help you start your own ATM business, right, I'm going to save you time. I'm going to help you reach that ultimate goal faster, right? And that's key because time is our biggest asset. Time is the biggest asset we have because we're not ever getting any of it back. We don't get more time, right? So I'm going to cut that time to help you reach that goal faster, all right? If you'd like me to help you, then I invite you to go to atmtrainingvideo.com. But yeah, just click the link in the description below. All right. And, before we get into this, give me some thumbs up. Boop. Like this video. Come on, please. Also, right there in the corner, I think it's this corner. I'm pretty sure it's this corner right here. There should be an ATM, silver ATM. Click that. Subscribe to this channel, okay? Hit that bell notification, select all, so every time I post a video, you're first to know about it. All right, so you are like, you know what, Carey? I really like the idea of starting an ATM business, but these ATM machines, they sound really inexpensive. And I'm afraid that if I get into the ATM business, the repairs are going to be crazy. They're going to kill me cost-wise, money-wise, right? And I don't want to do that, Carey. I don't want to be, you know, on the hook for all these repairs. They're going to come my way. Okay? Fair. Totally get it. I totally understand. That's why I'm making this video for you. That's what I'm going to tell you about right now, okay? So, here's the thing. These ATMs, okay, that you would be purchasing when you start an ATM business. And I highly, highly encourage you to start an ATM business, right? But these ATMs that you would be purchasing, okay, yes, they're inexpensive, right? They're inexpensive now in 2022, and they've been inexpensive for a while now, right? Back in the day, like in the 80s, they were really expensive, okay? And then they came down to, like, you know where they are now, right? They're like $2,200, $2,300, $2,400, $2,500, right? These are these little retail machines that we use, okay? Yes, they're inexpensive, right? And I know it could blow your mind to think that a $2,300 machine, a $2,300 machine can make you $300 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, even more than that. I know that is mind-boggling, and you're looking for like some kind of catch. Like, whoa, oh yeah, the repairs are going to be killer, you know? Like, I know some people don't like to get, like BMWs, right? I like BMWs. I used to work for a BMW dealership. You know, that's, you know, whatever. It's not the car that I drive, and that's okay. But I know some people are like, oh yeah, I like them, but man, they cost a lot of money to fix. And I know my stepson just got a job as a mechanic at this garage, and they fix like a lot of higher end cars and fancier cars, and they are really, really expensive to fix. I'm not talking about BMW, but they're really, really expensive to fix and repair, right? So I get the concern. I get where you're coming from, okay? But these ATMs, they're not BMWs. They're not really fancy, expensive cars that cost a ton of money to fix. That's number one. But number two, my number two should probably be number one. These ATMs are workhorses. Workhorses. They work their tails off and don't really have any issues. Work their tails off. We got some machines that have been around since 2009. I'm not shitting you. Some machines that have been around since 2009. That's saying a lot. That's 13 years, right? Now, here's the thing. In the almost 13 years of us doing this, right? Because I think we started in maybe May of 2009. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I know it was 2009 now. But in these 13 years, I'm going to give you a number right now that's going to blow your mind. 13 years we've been in the ATM business, and the total we've spent on repairs for our ATMs has been, you ready? Drum roll. Drum roll. Less than $3,000. What? 13 years in the ATM business, and our repairs have been less than $3,000. Now, every repair we've had, except for one, we've done ourselves. Okay? Types of things that we've had to do, we've had to replace screens, right? Keypads, CDUs, right? Parts to CDUs. What else? No, I think we just got a new machine. It just like nothing major, like just nothing major for these machines. Like they literally are workhorses, like less than $3,000 in 13 years. Okay, now there have been upgrades that had to be made, right? So when the EMV technology, came out and, we had to upgrade to that, we had to, upgrade our card readers, in other machines, right? So that was a cost, right? But yeah, I mean, nothing, I swear to you, nothing major. There's a lot of things. I used to work at a printer company. I used to sell Lexmark printers, and I'm going to give you a big tip right here. Big tip coming. And a lot of times people would call in and they would need to talk to service because their printer wasn't working. Well, service was always busy. So before I sent them back to service, I'd be like, hey, try this first. And they'd be like, okay, what? I'd be like, turn off the printer. Wait. Turn it back on. I'm not even kidding you, like 8 or 9 out of 10 times that fixed the problem. Same goes with the ATMs, right? A lot of times, I'll get a business owner that'll text me or call me, be like, hey, machine's not working right now. I'll be like, hey, can you do me a favor, just unplug it for a couple minutes? They unplug it, text me back. I plugged the back in, it's working, all good. I'm like, okay, great. It's just electronics. Sometimes they need a little kick in the boot, but behind the boot. They need a boot in the butt, right? But obviously that's not going to fix everything, But I just want you to know that the majority of the time, number one, you can, these machines are workhorses, right? So the majority of the time, they're just going to keep on working, keep on trucking. Number two, you can always do, unplug it, plug it back in, right? Just to reset, right? And number three, a lot of times, the problem is that it's not the ATM, it's the actual customer. The customer is the one that has the issue. It's not the ATM. You know what I mean? Either they're embarrassed that they don't have any money in their account, right? They got insufficient funds, and they tell the business owner, machine's not working. Machine's not working. It's not giving me money. Of course it's not giving you money. You don't have any money in your bank account. That's what happens when you don't have money in your bank account. The machine won't give you money. won't give you money, right? So that's one thing. Sometimes they don't, have the money in their bank account, and they're too embarrassed to say that, Also, user error, like they put in the wrong PIN. User error, they put their card in backwards. User error, they hit, instead of checking account, they hit credit card or something, and they don't have a credit card or balance or transfer or something. They don't have that. Like, they don't have that set up. Or they hit savings account instead of checking account, right? They did something screwy, right? They screwed up. Like, I'd probably say majority of the time the customer's screwing up, right? They're screwing up. It's not the machine. Like, I had a customer one time call me, and they were so upset because our ATM ate their debit card. Ate their debit card. I was like, ma'am, and she was really upset. And I was like, ma'am, I'm sorry, but it's impossible. Like, it is virtually impossible for the ATM machine that we have in that business to eat your credit card, your debit card. It can't happen. It can't happen. I'm like, it can hold it. I'm like, is it still in the machine? She's like, no, it's not in the machine. It ate it. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but that machine cannot eat your debit card. It just can't. So anyways, she's like, I want you to come up here and get my card back. I said, ma'am, I'm not coming up there. The machine does not have your card. It can't eat it, So she argued with me back and forth, and she argued with the business owner, and oh my God, I was just like, I don't know what to tell you. The machine can't do that. I'm like, if the card was still stuck in the machine, I'd be more than happy to come up there and, take it out. There's a fix for that too, right? If the machine, so sometimes people aren't so bright, and if the machine is off, they'll still stick the card in. Like, guys, hint, if the machine is pitch black and it's off, don't put your card in. It's going to be stuck, right? But anyways, if your card is in there and it gets stuck, right, especially if the machine's off, all you got to do is turn it on. When it goes to reboots, boom, it spits the card back out. What? Right? So anyways, this lady was so upset, right? And then after she left, the business owner called me. He's like, are you going to come up here? I said, no. I said, do me a favor. I said, go over to that ATM. I said, look around. Is her card anywhere? He's like, no. I said, is it in the, can you see it in the thing? Is the card reader holding it? He's like, no, there's nothing there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm telling you, it is impossible for this machine to eat her card, right? It's not like one of those bank ATMs that you go to where it sucks it all the way in. Like, that's not what it does. I said, so it's not in the machine. He's like, all right. I said, so, I'm sorry, but I can't help her because, it's not the machine. It's not in the machine. Well, he never called me back again. I called him back, the business owner, probably like an hour later. I was like, did you hear from the lady? He's like, oh yeah, I heard from her. I said, what happened? He's like, she found it in her purse. So you see what I'm saying? It's user error. So she's saying my machine ate her card, and the whole time it was in her purse. So please believe me when I tell you, these machines are workhorses, right? I've only worked with the Gen Mega and the Hantles, right? The whole time I've been in the ATM business. Well, back in the day, my very first two were those mini banks. Boy, that was really, really old. Those, wow, that was a long time ago. I think they were Hyasungs. But anyways, after those first two that I got used, everything I've done has been the Hantel or the Gen Mega. So when I say workhorse, I'm talking about these. Like, obviously, I'm sure the Halo is a workhorse too. I'm sure, right? But when I'm talking about the Gen Mega and the Hantel. Like, I've had no issues with them. Completely happy with them. They're my, I'm a Hantel Gen Mega girl. Obviously, a Gen Mega girl now because my 1700W is discontinued. So they're my ride or die ATM. Right? And they are workhorses. They really are. And as far as updates go, there's something coming up with the keypads, pin pads. but a lot of machines, especially 2014 and on, if you've been in the business, or if you're brand new right now. If you're brand new right now, you're going to not have to worry about it. If you're buying a machine today, you're not going to have to worry about it. But 2014 and on, those machines might just really need a software update. Prior to that, you might need to upgrade your pin pad and software, right? Or just the pin pad. But that's not much either. It's like $200, $250, you know? So there's not that 13 years we've been in the business, and the only major upgrade has been the EMV card readers. And then this next one will be what I just said, the pin pads. But that's not going to be that big of a deal, you know? So in 13 years, like 2 big upgrades, and not really that big of a deal. Again, it's been 13 years, and it's $3,000 or less than $3,000. Okay? So please do not let the thought of repair costs, escalating and extravagant repair costs stop you from starting ATM business. I promise it is not that way, right? I know you think about, you get into real estate, you buy a house. Let's say you want to buy a rental property, right? So you buy this house, and you saw, before you bought it, you saw that it needed a little bit of carpet, a little bit of paint. No biggie. You're going to slap some paint on there, put some carpet in there, throw a tenant in there, and you'll be going cash flowing like a champ, right? So you settle on this property, you start painting it, and then some issues start happening, right? You start finding something else. You start putting carpet down, you start seeing some other issues, right? It starts pouring rain out one day, and now it's raining in the bathroom. Like, all these new issues started happening, and all these new problems come to the surface in this rental property. And now you got these more repairs, more costs added on. And what you thought was going to be a profitable cash flow every month, well, now it's like, boom, to none, right? And now it's going to take you how long to recoup that investment with this this new tenant you're going to put in there, right? That's real estate, right? In real estate, we are prepared for things to go worse than we anticipate. We just are. We just know, okay, we're going to estimate this. We're going to estimate this amount of money, and then we got this little, 10% here because things going to go wrong. We know stuff will, right? It's not like that with ATM machines. I promise you, it is not like that with ATMs. Like, these machines are workhorses, and they're not gonna give you that many problems. I promise they won't. Right? They're gonna give you more joy than more headaches. They really will. They're gonna put more money in your pocket than take out of your pocket. I promise you, when you do things right, they will. Okay? So don't let the idea of thinking you're gonna buy this inexpensive machine and then have all these crazy repair costs stop you from starting an ATM business, because that is not the truth. You're telling yourself a false story, right? You're making stuff up in your head that's not true, okay? Remember, 13 years I've been in the business. Repair costs less than $3,000. Less than $3,000 in 13 years. What? All right, so listen, if you'd like me to help you start your own ATM business, and even help you when it comes to those little minute repairs that you're going to have here and there, right? Over 13 years and more. Click the link below in the description, and enter your email address. There's a training video on that next page. You can watch that and then book a call with my team. Together, you guys will figure out if you and I will be a fit to work together. Working with me, I'm going to help you cut the time down that it takes you to reach your ultimate goal when it comes to ATMs, okay? All right. Have a great day. I will talk to you soon, and may you live happily off of passive income. Hey, Carey Buck here. I hope you enjoyed that last video. If you got any questions or comments or even ideas for future videos, just post that below, okay? And do me a big favor. If you have not done so already, give me some thumbs up, some likes for this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification and select always